wedding industry is adjusting to new ways of celebrating a couple's special day. Some brides and some grooms are having to change things up. They're canceling or maybe even postponing their wedding, while other people are actually moving them online. And
Caroline Creidenberg from Wedfuly is here to talk to us about virtual weddings. Caroline, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Wedfuly has seen a big increase in online ceremonies, right? And you're collaborating with Zoom to make this happen. Can you compare how wedding planning has changed before this pandemic and where it is now?
Yeah, so it's been very interesting. Obviously, there's a little bit less time involved in a virtual wedding and different obstacles going into it. So whereas before, you had to meet with all those different vendors, spend a lot of time, people were spending a year plus nowadays. With these virtual weddings, you can do it as in little as a week. So we do have couples who signed up yesterday and are getting married this weekend. Really, you just need to coordinate with us. And then there's a few other vendors we handle. But otherwise, it's really more about the marriage and the couple.
Absolutely. And then with courts, of course, many people have to go to court to get their marriage license. But with courts being closed and all, how can a couple, for example, make sure that their marriage is legal? Witnesses would have to be there. The officiant, would they all be in the same room with a 6 feet rule and all?
Yeah, so different states are implementing different laws at different times. I'm sure a lot of you saw New York now made Zoom weddings legal. And California has different types of licenses, so it really depends on where you are. I know Orange County started issuing licenses again. There was a big backup in California, lots of people looking for licenses. So that's definitely been the trickiest part about this whole thing. But I think people are starting to deal with the situation and change the laws and make it possible.
And Caroline, do you have any advice on how to make these online weddings successful for these people who want to get married? They don't want to wait, for this to kind of pass over. Any suggestions?
Yeah, I think you can make it as elaborate as you want, but I would definitely recommend, whether that's us or a friend or someone who's really good with technology, have someone there to coordinate the technology. That is a piece that you don't want to have messed up. You don't want, some music playing at the wrong time or the wrong spotlight or, your crowd not muted during the ceremony. So definitely make sure that technology piece is nailed down. Otherwise, have fun with it, get creative. We had a bride walk down the aisle with a cardboard cutout of her dad. People are doing surprise video montages, so really get creative with it. It can be fun and it can feel authentic.
I can imagine. One of the first things that comes to my mind is all the money people can save, because weddings are really expensive. But there are some other ways, as I can imagine, that you can still make it very meaningful and include all the people that wouldn't be at your wedding, like a dance party. I don't know. You guys must have tons of ideas to still make it special.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is that we can inquire with artists or celebrities around the globe and see if they're open to doing something at your wedding. It's not really possible to have someone perform at your actual wedding with the cost, but who knows what it could cost at a virtual wedding. So that's one of my favorite pieces. And yeah, couples are really rolling with the punches and making it feel as real as possible. And I will say, one, it saves a ton of time, and two, you can invite as many people as you want. So I have a feeling we might be seeing more virtual weddings even after this.
Good point.
That's a really good point. Oh, some great advice there. Caroline, thank you. Definitely everyone having to make some changes and adjusting. But coming up at 6 o'clock this morning, we're going to talk to a couple who is planning to get married virtually with the help of Wedfuly. So we look forward to that. Thank you, Caroline.
Yes, thanks, guys.